Aloha, I am Mary Smart. I am requesting to represent you and the residents of Senate District 18, comprised of parts of Mililani Town, Koa Ridge, YPO Gentry, Crestview, Seaview, Waikele, Harborview, Village Park, and Rural Kinea. Growing up in a large family that lived paycheck to paycheck, I learned to share, care, budget, and be frugal. These are things our government needs to relearn. I served my country in the military, at home, in the nation's capital, and abroad. When I ended my service, I chose Hawaii as my home because of the people and the beauty of the state. My assignments in cybersecurity, as a naval base commander, and as a major program manager, planning, budgeting, and awarding large contracts for projects that were completed on time and within budget, have prepared me for the Senate. I persevere and stay calm in stressful situations. I find ways to work through obstacles until the goal is achieved. After years of submitting public testimony in the legislature and City Hall, after serving on the neighborhood board, and especially after observing our federal and state constitutions being ignored, I had to act. My opponent in the general election collected donations in the 30,000s in her first two elections. Why has she needed to collect over 150,000 in 2012, all the way up to 306,000 in 2018 to run for the same office? Something is broken in our system. We represent all the people, not just those who can afford to donate and want to influence votes in the legislature. The incumbent has been in office for 14 years. She secured millions of our tax dollars to spend on our public schools. However, the school curriculum fails to educate our students in reading, writing, and math, and circumvents parental rights. Students are being indoctrinated, not educated. Parents are taking their children out of public schools as they awaken to the harmful ideas being taught to both teachers and students. Education funds should follow the student. In 2009, shortly after her first election, my opponent introduced SB 777, Comprehensive Sexuality Education. It passed and has resulted in our keiki being exposed to pornographic school textbooks and library books. The recent documentary, Mind Polluters, exposes the harmful effects of comprehensive sex education. Is this the person we want making decisions on the education, higher education, and Ways and Means committees? The one-party control of our state let this happen. It is time to vote the incumbent out of office. Some of us are upset with what politicians are doing away from the scrutiny of the public. Some residents have quit voting, thinking their vote doesn't matter. But this year, all votes matter. Many have lost faith in the integrity of the election process. However, since the 2020 election, there has been a concerted effort to validate each vote. You can make a difference, but you have to show up. I am asking you to participate in both the primary and general elections this year and cast your vote for Mary Smart on the Republican ballot. Our forefathers fought so that we would have a say in how we are governed. We must not take that for granted. I hear people say we have to vote to preserve our democracy, but we are not a democracy. We are a republic. A republic depends on elected representatives to be our voice in the public square. Current incumbents are failing us. It's time to vote for individuals you can count on not to waver based on biased polls or corporate money. I will represent all of us who believe that government works for the people. In that servant role, government shouldn't use taxpayers as an unlimited source of funds to allocate to their pet projects. Government should cut waste, delay purchase, and not overspend. Putting me in office will ensure you have a vigilant guard in place protecting your freedom and your property.